that a lot of family businesses are listed, and sometimes there are minority shareholders. So how can a good system, I mean, corporate governance system for family businesses, protect the minority shareholders?
The corporate governance framework that's developed, let's say in Saudi Arabia, by the CMA, the Capital Market Authority, defines, of course, roles and responsibilities on shareholders, on board of directors, and all the committees. So there is a proper, the listed companies would have to have some kind, some protocols, and will have to have some compliance rules to ensure that they are abiding and fully implementing the rules of the corporate governance regulations. So that by itself provides a mechanism for enhancing, first of all, the matter of ensuring that all shareholders, whether they're minority or majority, that all of them are on the same level of information, communicating to all board members or all shareholders what's happening with the company. Of course, representation in the board, this is something also, there is a mechanism for it, which enables, of course, the board to be an effective board. Now, some minority shareholders will not be on the board, but they can really vote for the board members. And they still have a mechanism and process to really elevate or raise their concerns if they have concerns and issues with respect to any matter that the business is facing.
All right, now from your experience as well, do you see any differences between family businesses and other corporations? I mean, in terms of the role of audit committees and internal audit departments?
It's that's a good question. I mean, because I sit on the board and audit committees of a number of companies, and really it varies. The structure of these what you call board and committee in a family, not all of them really see the value or see the benefit of having a proper, well-structured, well-organized, well-designed, with carefully articulated mandate for the board or the committees. I see still there is an issue with audit committees in some family businesses. If we look at the situation today and the situation, let's say 10 years ago, we see a level of improvement, some improvement. Still, I mean, the effectiveness of audit committees and boards on family businesses would have to be enhanced. I also see a little bit similar issues also with corporate, businesses that are, corporate businesses that are not family owned, that are shareholdings that, are listed. And some of the committees are not as effective as they should be. Although, as I said earlier, the CMA has set up and established very strong, powerful corporate governance regulations. And companies are really are directed and regulated to really implement these regulations. So there is still a way to go with family businesses, but as I said, there is an improvement, but it should continue. There should be the audit committees, particularly the audit committee and the board, they have significant responsibility, fiduciary responsibility to ensure that the organization they serve are really doing what they're supposed to be doing. They are really following the proper governance protocols. They are executing on the vision, and they are effectively working to enhance the company's performance.
So if we want to close with 3 recommendations or tips for family businesses in the region to develop and enhance their governance systems.
I think that if based on my experience, with family businesses, sometimes they start with the plan to develop a family governance, and they, let's say, spend a few months and then they stop. Some of them actually have been able to develop a family constitution or family charter. The problem is that they have not implemented it. And that's really by itself is an issue, because either the process that it followed was not right, or it did not involve all key family shareholders. Okay, so my first advice would be is really go on and early as possible, develop a family constitution that fits your own organization, your family business, and continue on it. It's a process. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of coordination between family members, but move forward and implement it. And by implementing it, of course, you will move forward to really ensuring that you have a proper harmony within the family members, eliminating or reducing as much as possible the conflicts, and at the same time, ensuring that there is a proper harmony, there's proper alignment between the family governance and the business governance, the corporate governance. This is very, very critical. So communication is very critical between family members. Continue to follow up on it, ensure that it is developed well, ensure that it is updated on a timely basis, and ensure that that you really design it in a way that serves the long-term objectives of the family as a whole, and not to serve the benefits interests of one family member alone. So it is really a broad-based effort. It's a common effort by all family members who are shareholders to really move in the direction of ensuring a successful and generational a family business that will continue into the future.
All right. Thank you very much for your time and for accepting my invitation again.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ihab. I appreciate it. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.